Word on the street is that hanging is a popular exercise to work on shoulder mobility, shoulder strength, and posture, all three of which I don't really have high stats in and I want to improve. As you can see from my side view, my posture is definitely not great. When I'm totally relaxed and not really thinking about my posture at all, I definitely have a lot of forward head posture as well as rolled shoulders, as well as this weird thing that's going on with like my midsection, I don't know. If I activate my mid back and core, I can definitely see some improvement with the posture, but the rolled shoulders are still there, as well as the forward head posture. I've also had some injuries related to my right shoulder when it came to bench pressing or playing volleyball. I definitely don't have as much range of motion, so there is some pain whenever I do this action when I'm holding weight in my hands, like a dumbbell or something heavy. I'm hoping that hanging will help improve this situation as well. There are a lot of different exercises that are recommended for things like poor posture or shoulder strength and shoulder mobility, but hanging is something that I found that most sources agree is really effective at doing all three, and it's pretty simple and time efficient for myself. So I thought it'd be great to try that out first. So the plan is to hang about 5 minutes a day, not all in one go, just in various sets until I reach 5 minutes. And I'm gonna be doing that for a week straight to see if there's any improvement. And if there is, I'll keep doing it to see how far I can go. Let's go to the park. So there are two different types of hangs. One is the passive hang, where you just kind of relax all of your muscles and just, hang. And then the other one is the active hang, where you kind of utilize your shoulder blade muscles to kind of hang with muscles activated, as the name suggests. And I think the active hang is mainly for people with lower shoulder mobility and lower shoulder strength who want to build more strength, while the passive shoulder hang is for people with higher mobility already and they just want to, I guess, improve it. I'm not really sure. Oh gosh, that's actually really hard. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bro, my forearms are getting destroyed. Okay, I don't know how many minutes of hanging that was, maybe around 4.5. First thing that I ever noticed is that my forearms are most definitely the weak point in my form and my grip strength for sure. All right, that's day 1 over. Let's go. We're back, and for lunch I'll be making some leftover cilantro lime rice, some ground beef, egg, and just some onions and garlic. And you know what? Maybe I'll put in half an avocado too. Hopefully this looks good. I think that looks pretty good. That is lunch. All right, so it's day 2 and I've kind of realized that grip strength is definitely my limiting factor, because I can definitely feel that my shoulders and my back can handle it, the hang, but my hands and my grip strength just cannot keep up. I just cannot hold for longer than a few minutes now because all my skin is bunching up in one part of the knuckle. Either maybe I should get gloves or do this thing where you just lighten up the load by using like assisting bricks to lift off some of your weight. We'll see. I'm laughing here because there's an old Korean couple behind me who are definitely tourists that stopped to observe what was going on at this outdoor gym, and then they start saying in Korean, "Oh, you're doing so well, you're doing great, one more," to this one guy who's working out. And obviously none of the Portuguese locals understand what they're saying, so I just start cracking up, and then the old man takes off his shirt and starts getting a pump with everyone else. Respect. Day 2's lunch. We got some homemade guacamole, assorted fruit, homemade potato salad, homemade cake pops, chips and guac for the guac, or chips for the guac, that's what I meant, and 2 sandwiches. Here in Campo Grande Park. I actually have no idea what this park is called. Okay, so I guess now is a good time to say I did some research more on like the pull-ups versus like the active versus passive pull-ups. And I'm pretty sure the active pull-up is still for developing strength more so than mobility. And the passive pull-up is more for mobility. Everyone that I see on YouTube or like online keeps mentioning this one doctor, like Dr. Kirsch, that recommends like doing 3 minutes a day or 90 seconds per day, but it's a little bit harder for me to tell. I'm still gonna do both, I guess, mix in active and passive pull-ups for my regimen, just because I do want mobility as well as more strength, because again, we're doing posture, and I'm thinking posture is more for strength anyway, and then I guess we'll check in and see how it goes from there. If anyone watching has a better description on the difference between active and passive, please let me know. All right, so it's day 3, and I've kind of gone into a little bit of a rabbit hole when it comes to posture. I didn't say this earlier in the video, but I kind of have tilted shoulders, like my right shoulder is lower than my left. And I wasn't sure if that was because of a muscle imbalance, so I was looking into it, and it seems like it might have to do with my hips, which makes a lot more sense because I think the hips are a lot more of a used muscle in my day-to-day life than my shoulders or back, I would say. And because humans stand upright, any imbalance lower on the chain with the feet or the hips travel upwards into the shoulders, spine, neck. And so things that are on top of the body stack are compensating for a weakness lower in the chain. In my case, I think it's the hips. So I'm gonna be doing some hip exercises as well, along with hanging to see if I can improve my posture. Seems like we have a bit of a problem here on day 3. I've been trying to get for the past few minutes to get this bike to unlock, but regardless of if I restart the app, restart my phone, restart the Wi-Fi, I just cannot get these things to unlock. I've been seeing some other people ride them, so this might be a recent issue. So I guess I'll just wait for an hour or so and come back. So hanging will have to wait. I'll just start off with doing the hip exercises that I was researching earlier. The first muscle I'm targeting is the quadratus lumborum, which attaches your rib and pelvis. I'm working on my left hip, which is lower than my right hip, by getting on a step and elevating my low hip up to give it a good workout. And once I finish the peacock mating dance, I continue with the dance theme, but this time with ballet. I'm stretching out that same QL muscle, but on my right side to make it longer and less high. If that wasn't enough, now I'm breakdancing without breaking anything except my hip adductor muscles, giving y'all a nice view without a subscription. And after all that time, I still could not unlock a bike, so I gave up and treated the rest of day 3 like a rest day. Okay, so it's day 4 and I'm feeling a little bit of soreness in my left shoulder. Not when I'm just resting or when it's just chilling, but whenever it's active in the hang, I'm feeling like aching, not necessarily pain. I don't know if it's muscle aches or if it's like a bone ache, and I'm hoping it's not in bad form, but I guess we'll see in a couple days if it still hurts. I'm still having trouble with the bikes, unfortunately, so I tried to take the bus here today because there is a bus stop close by, but obviously, being me, I had to take the wrong bus, so I actually went in the opposite direction for a little bit before I realized. I got off, and then I just took the walk of shame the rest of the way here. A couple things to note. I have been noticing an improvement in my pull-up time. I've only been able to do like half a minute at best, but now I've been able to do like 45 seconds. And my grip strength either seems to be improving or my form in my grip is just getting better. So instead of hanging on like the fingers, how I have been doing the last couple of days, I'm starting to hang more on the pad of my palm, which I thought would hurt more, but it actually hurts less. But I like the improvement, it's good progress, so I'll keep doing that until something goes wrong, I guess. For day 5 and 6, nothing new really happened. Same soreness, same routine, but on day 7, the final day, my soreness was basically all gone and I could confidently hang. All right, it is day 7 and the last day of this hanging documentary. Today I found a different calisthenics park that I decided to go to, and it was pretty empty, except this one had not as much shade, but it did have rings, which I thought was interesting, especially because they're not like user provided, they're just a part of the park itself. And so I felt like hanging was a lot more comfortable on those rings compared to a metal bar. That might just be because this is the last day and I may have gotten better at hanging. Either way, I'm still really interested to see the results when it comes to my posture as well as this shoulder tilt thing, because I have been doing these hip exercise things when I have time or when I remember, so hopefully I can try and get that corrected as well. All right, so it's been 1 week. Here are the results. I'm gonna try and do what I did last time and just go totally limp relaxed at first. As you can see from my side view, my posture is definitely not great when I'm totally relaxed. Definitely see some improvement in posture. forward head posture, strength, and posture, all three of which I don't really have high stats in and I want to improve. Okay, so after reviewing the footage, it definitely does seem like there is a noticeable improvement when it comes to the shoulder tilt, but I'm having a much harder time figuring out if there is any improvement when it comes to the side view slash forward head posture. I think there is a slight improvement. Again, this has only been 1 week. I might need to hang a little bit longer to notice a bigger improvement. If you noticed anything that I could be doing to improve or noticed anything that I can't see in these side-by-sides, please let me know. Until next time, peace.